Welcome to the Business Insider Podcast, where we interview the top business leaders in their respective industries. Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm excited to introduce a special VIP guest. We've got Samin Yasar here. He is the founder of a company called BookedIn.ai, and they specialize in making AI sales agents that convert leads. Samin, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Yeah, of course. Happy to be here, man.
Absolutely. My pleasure having you on. So as you know, I've got a bunch of questions lined up for you, and I'm sure our audience is wondering, specifically what you guys do and really what the major outcomes are for your clients that work with you. So before the podcast, you'd kind of given me a brief rundown on what that looked like. If you wouldn't mind reiterating that to the audience, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. So, to just put it as simply as possible, right? Um, we help enable sales teams a lot more so you can convert your leads a lot better on autopilot with AI, right? What does that really mean? Okay, so sales teams normally will have a lot of issues, and the biggest issues come here, and because they're human, is let's say a lead shows up from an ad, they need to instantly contact them. And then you need to follow up with them persistently over time. And then you have to do this at a massive scale and over a lot of different channels. So, for example, someone will text you, or they'll call you, or they'll email you, and you have to know these people throughout this whole interaction, right? Doing this at scale for people is kind of impossible, and things slip through the cracks. So, we basically build these AI sales agents that can fix all that, right? And what does that mean? So, I'll give you an example with kind of like, some clients we work with in real estate. And let's take, for example, like a real estate wholesaler, right? So they'll like buy up a lot of real estate and try to sell them. So what they do in terms of marketing to get leads is they will do a lot of, let's say, Google ads, right? From those Google ads, people come into a web form. And from that web form, you basically someone signs up on the web form. And what we do is we trigger our AI agents like right then. They'll get a call, they'll get qualified. If they don't answer, let's say they'll get SMSs, like an actual person doing it. They'll get emails, etc. And then people can talk back and forth and then nurture this relationship over time, right? If they are a good fit, or let's say 6 months down the line, they have like a property that they want to sell, they think of this person and then that also takes care of them and then updates their CRM and acts like the salesperson in the front end, right? So that is like a big problem we have been solving. And even little things like, for example, they'll do like direct mail. So they'll send mail to your house about, hey, do you have a property to sell? Call this number. You call that number, it goes straight to an AI agent that sounds like a person. It gets your info down, it puts you in the CRM, and then helps you as fast as possible. So yeah, these are literally the problems for like inbound and outbound leads that we're helping companies fix, because now we kind of have this kind of technology and it enables us to do that.
Yeah, makes perfect sense, man. So, if you had to define your superpower or the unique skill or insight that really sets you apart in your space, what would it be and how has it shaped your success?
So my superpower, I would say, is I don't think many people have this mix. So I'm kind of in a very unique position where I am, and I used to be a software engineer, right? I used to work at Amazon for a while, and now I have really been I've been a founder for a long time. So I've been this in the sales and marketing game. So, and I also like, to run my company and do our leads and get our leads, we do a lot of YouTube. So that's the marketing side. So those three combined kind of puts me in a very unique position than most people, because we have the expertise of these things at scale so we can solve problems at large. So these kind of problems we fix for ourselves so we know what's needed and we can apply that to other companies as well.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So I'm curious, Sam, and I mean, what kind of inspired you to pursue your current path? I mean, how'd you get here?
Yeah, so I mean, initially I just used to be a software engineer. It was a nice, big, cushy job, but I made this AI. Like, this is one of the first voice AI agents. It's in my YouTube, like my oldest video, and I figured out this is what right when ChatGPT came out, is that if I could take ChatGPT, if I could give it a voice with 11 labs, and then use something like Twilio to stream that audio and talk back and forth, we can literally have an AI that talks to you and sounds like a person. So while I was at Amazon, I left, I built the agents, and then I made a YouTube video about it. That kind of went viral, and we've been getting a lot of demand ever since to be like, hey, we need this. This is huge. This could save our company hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we've been working in this company as this agency that helps people build these kind of AI sales agents. We've been doing this for a while and it's been going pretty well.
Yeah, no, I love that, man. That's awesome. So how powerful has networking been to your success, and what would you recommend other entrepreneurs do to up their game?
I mean, networking is insane. So, I think in my YouTube video, you'll see we have a network of these creators, and it becomes so crazy because you can spread your message so wide if you have the right network. Like you'll see across my channels, there have been crazy, crazy accomplished people we've met throughout. A lot of like even people that can open doors for you that you might not know existed, right? So little things like that. Like this network is kind of like your network, people per se. And because networking is so strong is mainly because we as creators can expand our message a lot just by, putting it out there. And that makes our network stronger by bringing in the inbound network because they have the proof and the trust and the credibility, which helps us open doors even further just from a long-term
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah, for sure. Now, obviously, AI is a huge staple in what you do. How is AI impacting your industry as a whole? And what specifically are you guys planning on doing in the future if there is something you guys kind of have in the works?
I mean, we have a lot of stuff in the works, which is basically replacing people. I mean, our company is all AI, so it's affecting us in the way that it's making everything easier for us to develop the more it develops. But our mission ideally is to help people make this technology and everything more accessible because it does require a lot of know-how, some skills, etc. So, like most people, they'll see something cool like a YouTube tutorial and whatnot. They'll try it out and then they can't do it, or they'll do some like half baked version of it that just doesn't work and then might be turned off to it. Whereas if you know, trust experts that have done these before, you can actually get a lot much higher business ROI when you go forth and actually use AI in the right way that drive outcomes and not is just fancy tools.
Right. Right. That makes sense. Now, what is one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome as an entrepreneur, and what did you learn from that thing that happened?
As an entrepreneur, my biggest challenge, honestly, for me personally, it was, I think, sales. So I come from an engineering background, which means I've never really done sales before, right? So we're like, okay, how do we sell these people? Like, and it itself truly is an art, and that's what one thing I've been getting better and better at in the last 2 years. Now I've gotten a lot better at it, but it's having these two very completely mutually exclusive skill sets and kind of combining together that kind of put us in a very unique situation that we can build this kind of tech.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Now, in a rapidly changing world, I mean, where do you see your industry in 10 years? What paint the picture for what the future looks like.
So, depends. Has AGI come out yet? Because that's a totally different world.
You tell me. What do you
I
think?
mean, most likely. In 10 years, it seems at the rate of expansion we are going at this moment, it looks like in 10 years we might have something that's super close. Which means, honestly, at that point, what do you have? Like, I think Naval had this quote. If there's AGI or something, I don't remember the exact specifics, but the sentiment was if there is, let's say, AGI and something that's creating value and doing all the work for us, all we have left to do for ourselves is just entertain each other and help each other learn more. So that's why I guess being a creator and helping people in that way is something, and personal branding will always be there. So these are little things that you should kind of index into so you can hedge your best bets against automation kind of taking over everything.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely going to be. I mean, it's the Wild West right now. It's going to continue to kind of get more competitive. I think we're going to see a lot of these older companies actually, get kicked out of the market and a lot of new guys are going to come in. Because AI is that powerful and it really is increasing all the efficiencies, lowering all the costs, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting situation, man, in 5 to 10 years. I'm glad we're both on the younger side and we get to kind of see what this is gonna turn into. It's super exciting. So, in your experience, what do you feel like is the biggest problem in your industry? And at the end of the day, what are you here to do? What are you here to solve?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest problem is basically just people are losing a lot of their paid leads. You're paying for these leads, and they're just slipping away through missed follow-ups, missed engagements, etc. That's what we want to solve too. We want to make sure the speed to lead problem is solved 100%. And then we want to make sure this follow-up problem is solved, right? We want to make sure because this puts a really good like this becomes very easy place where we can actually make people's lives better. I'll give you an example. Let's say I don't know. Let's say someone you go to a law firm. Let's say you need some lawyers, right? You go there, they're like, "Oh, fill out a form." Okay, so you fill out the form and then you have to wait 3 days and then you forget about your stuff. There is no speed to lead there. So what we do is if we can get AI agents to handle that front end portion, qualify you, get it, life is much easier for the lawyer, the life is much easier for the person, and everyone gets their answer and it's done instantly. So that's what we want to do and tackle.
Yeah. No, I think it's a very good point. We work with a lot of local business owners, and physical businesses as well, and that's something that we see all the time as well. We kind of do similar stuff to what you guys do. And it's a serious issue. I mean, I can literally tell you myself, I experience this every day. Yesterday, I was calling my eye doctor. I'm getting new glasses up in the prescription and give them a call. They don't pick up. Then I gotta wait 8 hours. They call me back. I'm not around. Then, I respond. It sends you through the press one to do this, press two to do this. I do that. They don't pick up. And I'm like, I already just spent 2 days trying to get a hold of these guys. And, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, like obviously we think about that stuff. And it makes me just be like, you know what? I don't even want to freaking go to these guys because it just pisses me off that the customer service isn't there. And then I finally do get on the phone and it's like, all right, so we're going to do this, then we'll have you fill this out when we get in the office. I'm like, God damn, like, can you just send me it like right now? Can we just do this right now? So yeah, there's a huge opportunity for AI to, fill in the gaps in those systems. What advice would you give to someone that was looking to be an entrepreneur, in the AI space?
Yeah, so honestly, just check out my YouTube channel if you're trying to be an entrepreneur in the AI space. We've been trying to help people doing this a lot. And what people do, and this really bugs me, is that people will go after learning and trying to become a generalist and trying to understand technology. You don't have to do that. You can provide value by understanding business outcomes and devising or finding experts to implement these solutions for you. So if you're trying to, let's say, become, an AI business owner, then you should focus on the business result that you're trying to get. That is your niche. So if you know someone that you're trying to help, they're the exact specific type of person, and not go broad, really niche down. And
Yeah,
that's where you can have value and you can also make the most money.
100%. And Sam, if any of our viewers, want to connect, collaborate, or even work with you, what would be the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's two ways. So either one, check out my YouTube channel, which is Samin Yasar. It's just my name. You can search it up. Or two, you can go into BookedIn.ai, and that's my site. If you need any help there, you can just book a call with me straight, and then we can figure out if we can do anything to help.
Awesome, man. Love that. Well, guys, I'm going to link all of his stuff in description. So if you are looking to, get help with managing your leads and get more sales conversions, Salmon's your guy. Also, if you're looking to learn more about AI, he's your guy as well. So definitely go check out what he's up to. And Salmon, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today, man. It was a pleasure having you and, learning about what you do.
Of course, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you.